And welcome on back, everybody. Hope y'all have been enjoying the Let's Play. If you have, make sure you hit the like, subscribe, hit the notification bells for more. Links, everything will be in the description below. Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, Discord, YouTube, playlist, thingamajiggy, all that good stuff. Alright, so we got a lot to talk about. We got a whole lot. We're gonna get into this first, though. I had a chip rant before. I got another chip rant now. Oh, you know what? Never mind. We gotta go do side quest. We gotta go do side quest. So I can't rant about stuff. Yeah. All right. So I had a chip rant before, right? Like if you was here for my infamous Lay's rant, then you already know what's coming with this one. This time we're talking about Cheetos. This time we are talking about Cheetos because I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Some of y'all be overrating Cheetos. I'm just keeping it a bean, y'all. Some of y'all be overrating the Cheetos. I don't think Cheetos is that good. Like, and I don't care if any of you little hot Cheeto loving little 13-year-olds get mad, bro. Like, I don't care. Y'all gonna be mad at me. Hey, look, go be mad with your hot Cheetos, your Arizona, and your failing grades, boy. Because I know y'all failing like at least English, math, science, and history. Y'all failing at least 3 of the 4 of those, if not all 4. So you could be mad at me all you want, but you also need to be mad at yourself for failing all your damn classes. But anyways, that's beside the point. Cheetos. The only good Cheetos are the fries. I'm just keeping it a stack. I'm keeping it a whole stack all the way. This is a 100% stack. The only good Cheetos is fries. Them old regular Cheetos, like the cheesy ones, they're alright. They're not bad, but like you can only have like a handful of those because after a handful, you just don't want to eat them anymore because it's just too much freaking cheese. Like they put cheese on the inside, cheese on the outside. Somehow cheese just come flying out of the air and you get more cheese and you might be like, where all this cheese come from? Who the heck just dropped all the extra cheese? Like who just put like a whole country's worth of cheese in this one Cheeto? So like you're gonna have like a little bit. Hot Cheetos, like the lemon ones, they nasty. Y'all need to stop capping. Those are nasty. Those are not good. Like you'll eat those and you'll be like, bruh, why did I waste my money on these? They're not that good. The regular hot Cheetos, they alright. They there, like, you know, they hit, but like they're not it though for me. And them little freaking jalapeno ones, the jalapeno hot Cheetos, I believe, are only eaten by the people that are gonna go do drive-bys right afterwards. Those are the only people that eat jalapeno Cheetos, are the people that are gonna go do a drive-by. Hell nah, ain't nobody touching those hot Cheetos. Those jalapeno Cheetos, bro, them things is disgusting. Those things are disgusting, bro. The one time I ate those, I wanted to fight somebody. You don't know how mad I was. Those things are like I think I take that back. Let me stop capping. The first time they was pretty good. But then after like one time, I was like, bro, these are nasty. The first time though, they're good, but after that though, the only way you're eating those is if like you are under the influence or you are just starving. That's the only way. Like whenever I get like the big old boxes of chips and like I had like those stupid jalapeno chips in there, I wouldn't even eat them. I wouldn't touch them things. Those things would be like in the I'm about to say in the dresser, in the cabinet for about like 8, 9, 10 months. You would see those in there after like, after about like 8 boxes. You'd be like, dang, I still got these in here? Oh, these probably the ones I just got from the last box. And forget all about them. They just stacking up. Now they're like filling up your whole cabinet. Those things are nasty. What's the other Cheetos? Oh, them extra flaming hot Cheetos. Those things, bruh, they just hot. Like, they're not even good. They're just hot. There's no flavor to them. Well, there's flavor to them. The flavor is hot and garbage. That's all it is. Like, they're just nasty, bro. Ain't nobody touching those. I ate those a couple of times and I'm like, bro, why do I keep buying these? They're disgusting. I see everybody eat them. I'm like, I know your booty is hating you. Your booty hating you, and so is your toilet, because you about to go kill that toilet. I'd rather eat Taco Bell than them little nasty Cheetos. Hey, sorry, man. Hey, sorry to the Cheeto company. I wasn't really looking for the sponsorship, though. I'm not going to be sponsoring y'all. Our tail is like going through the couch. That's really weird. That's how I feel when you eat the flaming hot Cheetos. Your butt just be going right through the couch. You be like, Oh crap, I burned a hole in my couch. Nasty chips. Things is so nasty, man. Hey, Princess Elfin finally woke up. Nasty chips, man. Those things are That's why I said only the fried ones are good. Only the fried ones are good. But the problem with the fried ones is that like they get all stuck in your teeth. That's the biggest problem with them. Is they get all stuck in your teeth, and now you're just dealing with a bunch of little chips all in your teeth, and it's like the worst thing ever. Because it's like, bruh, no, I don't want all you guys in my teeth. Like, get out of my teeth. Get out of my teeth. Like, no. Now you gotta like brush your teeth, and they still stuck in there. Like, nah. That's the only problem with them. Only problem with them. I know there's another bag of hot Cheetos I'm probably missing, but don't nobody care about them. Don't nobody care about them. The only time the hot Cheetos were ever good was like the little puff balls. Oh my gosh, them popcorn ones. Them popcorn ones can go to hell. Them popcorn ones can go to hell for all I care. Those things are nasty too. And don't try to tell me, but they're just like the fries though. No, they're not. They're like popcorn. I don't like popcorn like that. But like, they're not like the good popcorn though. There's like good popcorn, like popcorn for the movie theaters. That's good popcorn. Popcorn that you get like in little bags. You don't want to eat that popcorn. You just get it because like you're like, well, I don't know how to make the movie theater popcorn, but I'm gonna try to make it. Like you'll be in there trying to be like a whole chef and everything, trying to turn to a chef. But it's like, bruh, put the dang bag of popcorn away. You know you didn't want to buy it. You know you didn't. Stop lying. You know you didn't. Thing, I'm not touching that bag. We have, oh, but go over here. I don't even like that popcorn. That I don't even know. I'm talking about a brand of popcorn. I don't know the name of it. Everyone's probably thinking like different brands. It's like, wait, hold on. My brand's the good brand though. Like my brand is like it tastes just like the movies. I'm not talking about your brand. If your brand tastes just like the movies, I'm not talking about yours. I'm talking about the was it Orville, right? Some shit like that. Those are, Bro, I am like so tired. I can barely see the time recording on my freaking obs. I'm like trying to see it, but I can't. My eyes are so blurry. So I'm not really reading right now either, because like my eyes are just hecka blurry for some reason. I don't know why, but they're like super blurry right now. I could barely, like, I can see the screen. Like, thankfully I got a monitor that like blows it up, because if I didn't have a monitor that blows it up, I would not be able to see the screen at all. I wouldn't know what the heck they're saying. It's just so bad. Right. Let's go ahead over here. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about. Hey, man. Oh man, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm never gonna watch the Oscars, but man, if I had to, I wish I did watch the other night though, when that thing came on, whenever it came on, cause he done slapped the dog taste out of his mouth. Now let me say, before we go in though, let me just say this. I don't know if it's actually kind of important. Let me say this. Let me just say this real quick. If someone makes fun of your partner's illness, you don't laugh. You don't laugh because like, you know they're insecure about it. So you laughing and then going to slap that person, all it tells me is that like you're only slapping this person because you know you got in trouble. That's the only reason you're slapping this person. So I'm gonna keep it real. I did laugh though, but that's the only reason he slapped him though. There was no other reason. If Jada had laughed, it's all good. But because Jada didn't laugh, Will say, ah shit, here we go again. Let me go teach Chris Rocky boy this lesson. Let me go rock Chris Rocky. So like, nah, bro. You know what? Let me go do a quick sweep around of everything just to make sure. Let me go do a quick sweep around, all right? We're just gonna do a little quick sweep around, make sure we got everything, because I don't think I ever did this before. We might have missed something, you know? And I can talk about this a little more too, because that shit, whoo, boy, let me tell you right now, man. Now we're gonna get to the funny part, because that was like the serious part. I had to like just get that out there. Like, don't let someone make funny like your partner. Now to the funny part though, man. Let me tell you right now. If I'm Chris Rock, you're not getting off that stage. You're not getting off that stage. I'm pulling you by the collar, slamming you to the ground. I am drop kicking your head smooth off of your body. You're not making it off that stage. Or if you are making it off the stage, I'm roasting you. Actually, the only other way you're making it off the stage is if I throw you off the stage. That's the only other way. Because I'm roasting you. I am roasting you. You're not about to make fun of, you're not about to slap me right in front of like my family, like my mama, my grandma, them. Like, no, you're not about to do that. I'ma roast the heck out of you. Hey, what's up, Professor Birch? You here to give us one of the starters from the Hoenn region? I want Turtwig. I want Trico a goat. But I also want Torchic and Mudkip too, so yeah. But yeah, no, that's the only way you getting off is if I throw you off, I kick you off, or I'll roll you off. They gonna have to carry me off that stage. They gonna have to call security for me. And if I'm roasting, oh my gosh, they're not getting that mic from me. I'm running around that stage getting all the roast off, and they're not getting that mic from me. Like, I don't care what anybody says about making like yourself look like a fool in front of people. First of all, I don't care what anybody thinks about me. Second of all, hey, I already got slapped. I might as well just go off. I might as well, like, hey, I'm already looking like a bitch. Now, I'm not gonna lie though, he did eat that. He did eat that, so maybe that's why he didn't do anything either, because he's like, man, I ate this. Like, yeah, they can make fun of me, but like, I ate that though. So like, even if my kids try to say like, man, daddy, you a bitch, why don't you slap him back? I'm be like Chris Rock could be like, child, I ate that slap. That slap ain't do nothing to me. So, you know, maybe that was his thinking too. Maybe that was his thinking that, what's the point of getting the roast off? Because he had a whole lot of roast he could get off. Ooh, that boy could have unloaded the clip, because I know I would have unloaded the whole thing. You getting this whole 30 rounds, all of it. Jada getting it too. Jaden, Willow. If y'all got another baby, I'm roasting the baby too. The pet can get it. Everybody. Now, I do think it's kind of hard to roast a person who has like a freaking mansion, who has about every dang sports field on their property, because I can just flex my money. Now granted, if you flex your money when you get roasted, you also lose, but I mean, hey, if I lost and I gotta go back home to all that, I don't really mind. I don't really mind. Like, you know what I mean?
By the way, did the guild...
Yep, just got shut down.
Why did his voice sound so different?
Someone might still be in the building. We should check.
Hello, you here, buddy? But yeah, nah, I mean, like, if you roast me, I gotta go back to that. I'm not tripping. Like, I never understood that. Like, I mean, okay, I do get flexing your money is like kind of corny, but like, if you got the kind of, like, if you got that kind of money, like Will Smith money, I'm flexing it. Now, granted, you can't flex it to someone who has like the same kind of money as you, but like someone who got less money than you, like I ain't never seen Chris Rock with all them things at his house. Now, granted, he probably does got that kind of money, well, probably not that kind of money, but he has like somewhere close to it. But like, if you ain't showing it off, like, hey, now Chris Rock got to flex the money, and now you just look like, oh, you just need the attention. So then Will wins twice. So yeah, no, he got to roast him. That shit was... I seen so many memes. There were so many good memes. I didn't even get screenshots of them, or else I'll show them in this Let's Play. There was so many memes though. It was so many. I seen a dude make a remix to I see somebody make a remix to the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air opening theme song. It was funny. Oh man, I don't want to go scrolling through TikTok right now during this recording, or else I would, but because I wasn't gonna talk about it, but then I had like a lot of fun on live talking about it. Oh man. There's on TikTok live. By the way, I am doing a no evolution challenge on Twitch. If y'all want to go check that out, I'm gonna be uploading the episodes up to YouTube. Hopefully this fucking time I will. I haven't done it with the freaking ease thing, but I will. Don't worry. I'll be uploading them. I just gotta find like thumbnails for them. But yeah, I do use camera too. Oh my goodness gracious. I do use camera too on Twitch, so y'all can come hang out with me and see my beautiful face. Or unless you want to just, I don't know. Yeah, I'd be like, we'd be having fun though. We're talking about some random stuff. I don't even remember all the stuff we're talking about on Twitch, but goodness gracious. They've been two great back-to-back streams. I'm gonna keep it real. I don't know what they're talking about. Y'all gonna have to like be reading the story. I said the Let's Play, but I also said that this is like a freaking, basically a podcast where I just talk about random stuff half the time. Oh man, that was hilarious, y'all. That was hilarious. That shit was funny. Wasn't there something else that happened too? Wasn't there something else that happened? Oh man, okay, this is the sad part. Hey, rest in peace to that kid that fell off the roller coaster. Rest in peace for sure, for sure. This is why I said though I would never want to ride a freaking roller coaster. I never would, because I don't want that to happen to me, y'all. Like, that's crazy. That is crazy. I'm not trying to make like anybody depressed. I'm gonna get to the game after this to make it well, fuck. The way this game is going, it's getting pretty depressing. I'm gonna get out of this part. But yeah, that shit was it was so bad. It's just Alan. It was so sad. I would, and the people this is what I want to say that went around this. Stop fucking uploading clips of people dying. Like, stop doing that shit. You look fucking corny. When people were uploading all the clips of XXX Tentacion in his freaking car shot dead, like, don't do that shit. Y'all look so disgusting doing that. Like, y'all look so fucking corny. Stop doing shit like that. Like, no, you don't have to fucking be breaking the news and shit. Especially when you got the mom saying like, stop uploading the video. I'm gonna tell you right now, man, if that's me, you uploading videos of my kid dying, I'm cussing y'all asses out. I'm not gonna be nice in these responses. And that's no shame to her, by the way. Hey, I don't know. I'm saying what I would do, but I don't know what I would do. Like, she probably did want to cuss a couple of y'all out. I'm not gonna lie. She probably did, but maybe she didn't too, who knows. But me, I'm cussing the fuck out of y'all. I am, oh my gosh, I'm going off on y'all. Like, bro, y'all gotta stop being such fucking attention seekers, man. That's the problem with y'all. So many motherfuckers is just attention seekers nowadays. Like, no, you don't need to freaking do that. You don't need to upload these kind of videos. Like, nobody needs to see that. I promise y'all nobody needs to see that. Do y'all not understand it? And y'all had big as hell. Nobody needs to see that kind of stuff. Like, it's disheartening. It's basically also saying, it goes back to my thing of does nobody have respect for the dead? Like, that's somebody that's clearly dead. Like, even if they're not dying, even if they're not dead, they're dying.
And all according to their plan. It won't be long before war, as things stand.
I know it's frustrating to watch, but we can't afford any distractions.
Like, yeah, like, I don't know, like, dead, dying at that point, I don't know. But, like, bruh, just stop. When you see people having fights, stop that shit. Break the fight up. I seen some dude recording a clip. He was yelling, they're stealing her car. Help, somebody help. Bruh, get off your fucking phone. Get off of your fucking phone, you fucking idiot. Call the cops. Like, bruh, what are you doing? You got an iPhone. I know you can call and take pictures at the exact same time. What are you doing? Stop being weird. Bunch of fucking weirdos that always gotta like act like they're reporters. And that's my thing. People will be acting like they're reporters, but then be pissed when the reporters reporting shit. They'll be pissed when like the paparazzi is reporting shit. Like, bro, you can't play both sides. You can't play both sides. You can't be mad at the paparazzi doing shit, but then you doing the same corny ass shit. Like, it don't make any sense. You understand that? Like, that'd be like getting mad at like a robber, but then you also steal from places. Like, bro, what? No, you can't get mad at that. Like when my little dumbass was stealing from like stores, stealing like candy and shit like that, I couldn't be getting mad at no damn robbers. Like, that'd be corny as shit. Cause I'm doing the exact same thing they doing. Yeah, I'm not stealing like big stuff, but it's still stuff. It's still stuff, and it's like, y'all gotta stop that. Y'all really just gotta stop being so fucking corny. It's not even just this generation. I mean, the last generation probably didn't like do it because of not having like social media crazy like that. But if they had it, they would have been doing it. They would have been doing it too. I'm just gonna do a quick little check around. Like I said, a quick little check around while I'm talking, so we can get back to the story after this nice conversation. And these conversations are needed sometimes too. Conversations are needed sometimes. I've noticed that like sometimes it is good for me to get into like my teacher bag and really be my teacher, older person bag, and really be like hitting y'all with some knowledge. Cause sometimes y'all need the knowledge. Sometimes y'all really do need the knowledge. Like, y'all don't gotta do this stuff. All right, let's just help people instead of like fucking recording them in their like time of need. Like Again, if you see somebody fighting, instead of recording it, go break them up. Like I seen a fight at my work where the girl was topless and people were just recording it. I ran over there and gave her my jacket, and it's like there were a bunch of people around that could have done the exact same thing, but nobody did. This is a little girl, an underage girl with no shirt, no bra on. Like that's disgusting. She's trying to cover herself up and people are laughing. Like, what the fuck? No, stop doing that. Stop being like, why? And then there's other people that are like kind of just standing there like no, just if you're standing there, help them, break them apart, pull them apart. That's all you gotta do. Like, if you see somebody stealing somebody's car or robbing somebody for their car, robbing stuff from someone's car or taking their car, call the cops, guys. That's all you have to do. I'm making sure I get close to the mic with this one. Call the cops. That's all you need to do. That's all you need to do. You don't need to go be a hero and try to jump all in and try to do all stuff like that. No, don't go get yourself killed. Call the cops and walk away. At least you did something, right? Or I don't know, go hide somewhere. I don't know, something like that. Go call the cops and then just go say, hey, somebody's car is getting stolen into. That's all you gotta say. Or well, depending on your area, I don't know if I would do all that, but just call the cops. Call the cops and then dip. That's what I do. If I see it happening, call the cops, dip. That's all you gotta do. You don't gotta be like, yeah. People always want to be. They want the attention so they can post it to social media so they can get their little 5 seconds of fame. That's why when you come into my lives and you're dissing me and all that stuff, I'm gonna give you a little 5 seconds of fame, block your ass so you can't get it anymore. You can record me and all that. I don't really care. I truly don't. I'm never gonna say your name though. Like, that's the funny part about it. I'm never gonna say your name. Ow. I'm biting my lip. Freaking my braces got stuck to my lip. But yeah, that's just my thoughts, y'all. My little teaching moment. Sometimes like I said, sometimes I gotta teach y'all. Sometimes I gotta teach y'all. All right. I think that we went to the Heimdall race course, right? Yeah, we did. Do we need to go in here? No, that's that place. All right, let's get in here. Let's go over here. Let's go do the I think there's gonna be like a lot of talking in this part. I don't think so. I think I have to do a lot of the talking because, you know, this game does not want to freaking pay the voice actors. Why is that like that? Wait. Oh, never mind. When I was running up, it looked like it was way off. Never mind. I thought it was like pushed all the way over to the right. It looked really weird. That little bottom part looked like kind of like a clock. It just looked really weird. All right. You know what? Let me do something real quick. Let me just drop a save. Let me just drop a save real quick. You never know what could happen. You never know what could happen. Right, now we can go in. I've been stalling this for like the whole 23 minutes. I had to like freaking zoom in. Not zoom in, but I had to like zoom in. I had to look closer. Oh my God. I've been killing the Animal Crossing and I don't even play it. I don't cross animals, but I do cross. No, y'all not even ready for it. Y'all not even ready for it. How loud that freaking thing was. My goodness, I gotta stop doing that. Oh. You're from the Lee's Chapel? Sister Rosine? I had heard rumors, but wait, so what? So what Gaius and Emma were talking about? I was somewhat expecting you to show up here. But your main objective is different, right?
Yes, it's good to see you all again. Please, come in. They're waiting for you just over there.
I guess y'all didn't pay the voice actors. I was right. I ain't never paid the voice actors.
Ah, I'm glad you all finally made it. The church has decided This issue now merits the attention of the Congregation for the Sacraments. As such, the Archbishop and all the staff here have been moved to another location.
I get it now. It's that guy. Huh? You're the former instructor from the Thor's main campus. Thomas?
Thank you for all your diligence, Rosine.
Oh, whoops,
I'd
couldn't
feel
even hear
much
him.
better if you were to stand watch over the front door now, just in case.
Yes, understood. Leave it to me.
Thomas Lysander. What was that all about? Yes, this was pretty shocking to us too.
Let me introduce you. This man is a member of the Gralsritter, a division of the Septian Church. He's the second in command, in fact. Thomas Lysander. He holds the seat of Second Dominion and is sometimes known by his title, the Partitioner.
Gralsritter. They're the armed night organization that is run by the church. I heard that female terrorist S was among their ranks. Wait a minute. Guys, does this mean... Are you?
Now allow me to introduce you. This man is one of the Gralsritter's 12 Dominion. The successor to the 8th Dominion. Gaius Warzel.
Huh? But why? Is this why we couldn't get a hold of you for the past 6 months?
A lot happened all at once. After graduating from Thors, I returned to Nord and began observing the struggle between Erebonia and Calvard. However, I began to feel something dark and sinister carried on the winds of the plateaus. I consulted my father and the chief, and eventually my old teacher, Father Barkhorn, came to visit. You might remember the name. He was the traveling priest we chased after during the Civil War. But it turns out, he was also the 8th Dominion of the Gralsritter, with the title the Roaring Lion. He was an extremely skilled knight who investigated the Salt Pale in Northumbria and trained Brigadier General Bardius. Apparently, he was worried and came to Nord to check up on me. He explained to me that what I had been sensing was called the Gale of Ruin. I'm not sure why I'm able to sense it. Maybe it's because I'm a descendant of those who fought alongside the Lionheart Emperor. I mentioned this to him and he came to a realization. But then it happened. A Calvardian ship that broke past the 7th Armored Division attacked my village. My father was away at the time. I fought back in an attempt to protect my family, but it was no use. Right as I prepared myself for death, my teacher threw his huge body in the way to protect me. And as he lay there dying, he passed his stigma onto me. Across the nearly 1,000-year history of the Gralsritter, its highest-ranking members have each borne one of 12 sacred markings. This was one of those markings.
Dang. Roaring Lion. I've heard that name many times. He saved many people who were affected by the disaster in Northumbria. Yes, among the current Dominion members, he was the most veteran. And after the stigma was passed to Gaius, I took him to the holy city of Arteria, where he received night training, hence his half-year of silence. See. That's what's happening. You should have told us. Yeah, we could have helped you. It's okay. Everything's happened so quickly. Did everything I had to and finished my night training. And last month, Eustace was finally able to reach me. The power I received from my master, with it, I will save the Empire, my second home as a member of Class 7. Gaius. Sheesh. You've always been so grand and reliable. Thank you, Gaius. Please, lend us your strength. Yes, I will give you my all. Can you give us your S-craft? Seeing someone. Oh, crap. Yeah, the age gap isn't just an age or experience. Oh, the gap. This group certainly has become awfully formidable. Not really. We're still training just as much as you guys. I mean, I have ways to go before I reach the heights of my predecessors. And speaking of which,
Grandmother! Stop hiding! Come out already! You're the one who called us here in the first place, aren't you?
I only hid myself so as not to interrupt your discussion.
it's a pretty powerful squad here, I'm not gonna lie. This is a very powerful dynamic duo. Ah, you're Irma's grandmother. The elder of the witches, Roselia, was it?
Indeed.
The one that bit my neck.
But you may simply call me Rose. I had you all gather here for one reason. To explain to you the
Who took my
background
peanuts?
between the Hexen clan and the church.
I see, so that's how it is. Aren't the witches opposed to the church?
It's not as though we don't believe in Adios. There have been some differences in opinion over the years, but we and the church have worked together on a number of occasions.
For example, during the War of the Lions, or the vampire incident in the Middle Ages. Not to mention the fight against the Dark Dragon 800 years ago.
But all that was just Rose sticking her nose into other people's business.
Huh? Wait, so you were involved in all of that?
Legend has it, Emperor Dreikel's camp was once visited by a good witch. And the novel Red Moon Rose features a vampire hunter affiliated with the church who was, in truth, the true ancestor of the vampires.
Ooh,
The woman
fangs.
you now see before you was both of these people, even if she looks a bit different.
Like, shorter different or younger different? But how old are you exactly?
800 or so. However, you should know that my situation is somewhat unique. All other witches are normal humans. Except, of course, for the fact that they are all descendants of those who once guarded the Septarian of Fire.
Normal humans who can do magic. Septarian of Fire? It's the same as Aurelio of Laburo and the Great Tree of Crossbell. Septarians, the 7 gifts bestowed on humanity by Adios. It's said that they were all lost during the Great Collapse 1200 years ago. They're the things Ouroboros has been trying to get their hands on all this time. Yeah, now for the main topic. Ooh, the main topic we're getting to. Are y'all gonna have dialogue this time? Now, where to begin? Grandmother, we don't know anything beyond this. Don't leave out any details. Make sure you explain it fully. Do we have enough time for all this? I second that request. I don't know the details either. Let's see, Roselia, perhaps we should take turns talking. Very well, that will suffice. And I gotta freaking talk. I'm sure you noticed by now, but there is a front and back to this empire. The spirit veins are directly affected by the turbulence of the government and war. And that causes cryptids and powerful monsters from other planes to stir. That explains it then. As the Empire's territory spreads, so will they. The Pleroma grass and magic knights, where do they come from in the first place? Well, to begin, Pleroma grass is a monograss from the higher planes. It once served as the eyes and ears of the Septarian of Mirage. Normally it's blue, but after the incidents in Crossbell, it all vanished. That is, until after Crossbell became part of the Empire, at which point it began reappearing in this new scarlet shade. The implications are rather chilling. It changed color to match the Infernal Castle, perhaps? There's undoubtedly a connection. As for the Magic Knights, you may have heard before, but they are golems from the Dark Ages. They were created by mages of the Empire to fight against the Divine Knights. During the Civil War, something caused them to stir once more, and now they appear in Crossbell via the Spirit Path. No way. That would also explain the increased incidents with cryptids recently. What about the Society? Phantasmal Blaze plan. They sought to use Crossbell's false phantasm to awaken the blaze in Erebonia. At least that's what I heard. Seriously? So that's their plan. Where did you hear that? Well, last night I heard it from the Chancellor himself. He told me some other intriguing things too, but I feel like he intentionally left out some of the more important details. I see. I heard you talk to him, but seems Ouroboros' work in Crossbell 2 years ago was to bring some kind of change in Erebonia. Just so you know, Crossbell's Mirage Septarian was an artificially created fake. It was stronger than the original, but the society had no interest in it. Where I'd hazard a guess, their goal is to acquire the 2 treasures that originally existed here. The Septarians of Fire and Earth that once called the land of Erebos home. Or Erebos. The Septarians of Fire and Earth. So Libero had the Septarian of Space and Crossbell Septarian of Mirage, but Erebonia has 2 Septarians? Hold on a second. Emma, if the witches are descendants of the people who guarded Septarian of Fire, yes, then the Black Workshop and the Gnomes are the same people. The descendants of those who guarded the Septarian of Earth. They're our counterparts. Much like the royal Oslius family of Libero and the Croix family in Crossbell. Can't pronounce that last name. In addition, you may be aware that each Septarian has its own holy beast assigned to watch over it. Libero had an ancient dragon, Crossbell had a divine wolf, and as it had 2 Septarians, Erebonia had 2 holy beasts as well. However, after the Great Collapse, each of them vanished alongside the Septarian they were to oversee. That's the core of the issue. The 2 Septarians, the 2 groups of people who worship them, and the 2 holy beasts. Septarians and the holy beast disappeared, and the people changed their names. What happened in Erebonia 1200 years ago? Allow me to reveal to you the truth behind the land of Erebos. The story still relies on a modicum of speculation. Please keep that in mind. Here we get into the deep, juicy stuff. Deep stuff.
In the beginning, this land housed 2 of the Septarian. The Arc Rouge, Septarian of Fire and wielder of fierce power. The Lost Zem, Septarian of Earth and bearer of unyielding endurance. Each assumed the form of a colossal guardian and went about granting boons and performing miracles for its people. For a few centuries, the land of Erebonia prospered. But eventually, its people began to vie for power and control. The Septarians had always granted their people's wishes. But now, their peoples each wished for the other's destruction. And so, the 2 colossi began fighting. Their battle ravaged the earth and split the sky, devastating the entire region. The humans tried to stop them, but it was in vain. The Septarians' fight continued 1,000 days, scorching the land black. When the battle ended at long last, it was a tie. Exhausting their power in one final strike, the 2 Septarian were blown away, left as nothing but empty shells. Yet the tale did not end there.
The power expelled by each Septarian collided and became one, resulting in the creation of an entirely new entity. The Great One, the Septarian of Steel. It was an existence created from the union of fire and earth. It was beyond anything else in this realm. It was the ultimate source of power. Though things seemed fine at first, the survivors of the war soon realized the eternal conflict within it. They knew this conflict would cause it to grow ever more unstable, and that it was not something that could be handled by mankind.
With the Holy Beast's assistance, the Kins of Fire and Earth joined together to see the Great One sealed away. However, each of their attempts ended in failure. Left with no other options, they resorted to their final plan.
It called up Naruto and Sasuke.
Remain whole in the higher plane, yet its physical incarnation in this world split into numerous shards. It was this final gambit that saw disaster averted.
Indeed, their combined efforts bore fruit. The Kin of Earth created 7 vessels, while the Kin of Fire split the Great One's power and infused each vessel with a part of it.
7 dolls in the form of knights, each bearing the Great One's power, the Divine Knights.
And that is the story of Naruto's entire plot, basically. I was told about this in bits and pieces, but so all that happened 1200 years ago? It wasn't a fairy tale, right? So you were like just chilling there the whole time while you're watching it go down, or what happened? So that's what happened. So what happened after that? And why did Valimar and the other Divine Knights start fighting? This is as far as the story that was passed down goes. So the Kin of Fire became the Hexen clan, and the Kin of Earth became the Gnomes. They split the unstable ultimate power into 7, then both sides decided to watch over the reconstruction after the Great Collapse. Oh, and by the way, many people from each kinship have since abandoned their roles. They joined together, started accepting people from the surrounding area, and created the foundation of what became Erebonia. This is around the same time the Septian Church was spreading across Erebonia. 300 years passed, and the Arnor family established the city of Heimdall. That's when the disaster of the Dark Dragon occurred. Just mad stories.
900 years ago, Heimdall was a small city of only about 50,000 people. However, it was one of the burgeoning centers of culture for the region. The Septian Church had finished construction on the Heimdall Cathedral, and there were plans to develop the city even further. But it was then the Dark Dragon appeared, blanketing Heimdall in miasma and transforming it into a city of the dead. Emperor Astorius chose to lead his people south and made St. Arc the new capital of Erebonia.
In helping Emperor Astorius deal with this crisis, the Hexen clan and Gnomes each suffered substantial losses. The Hexen clan lost its elder, and the Gnomes their holy beast. And so ended their alliance. The final time they spoke would be a century later. It was when Emperor Hector awakened the Vermilion Knight to reclaim Heimdall from the Dark Dragon. He did so at the urging of the Chief of the Gnomes and the new Elder of the Hexen clan, myself. However, the Emperor fell to the Dark Dragon's miasma, and the Vermilion Knight to its curse. The Emperor's son had the Chief of the Gnomes and myself seal the cursed knight deep below the Imperial Palace. That would be the last act our two clans performed together. I do not know why, but the Gnomes cut off contact with our clan and hid themselves away. In the 800 years that followed, whenever war struck Erebonia, a divine knight would enter the stage, demonstrate its might, then vanish. I was certain the Gnomes were involved, yet all we could do was guide Awakeners on the proper course. This unending pattern reached its most fevered peak 250 years ago during the War of the Lions. The false Emperor Orthros unearthed the cursed Vermilion Knight, and a mercenary under Prince Lucius' employ awakened the Palatinate Knight.
You know, I swear this same exact picture is in Trails of Cold Steel 4. I just feel like I'm almost positive this exact same picture is in Trails of Cold Steel 4, because I think I have a screenshot of this exact picture. Or I've just played this game too many times, but I also think this exact story is in Trails of Cold Steel 4 as well, so I don't know.
Prince Dreichels found the Ashen Knight, and Leanne the Argent Knight.
No, I remember this exact same story.
Awakened at once, made for
Yep, no, I remember this exact same story. This exact same story, just worded a little differently. That exact same picture and everything. They're talking about, never mind, I don't want to spoil anything Trails of Cold Steel 4 wise. Well, it's basically talking about like why there's a whole thing happening with the with the 7 Divine Knights. Basically the exact same story, just kind of reworded a little bit. Girl, you look the exact same. Oh, never mind, her other form. The Elder of the Witches isn't a normal person? Have you been watching over the clan after becoming an immortal being? She's an immortal being? Holy crap, that's crazy. My predecessor perished soon afterward, and I do not have many memories from before that point, so naturally there are things that I still do not know. I don't know. Well, I mean, I do know vampires can perish, but Wait, hold on. She's a vampire. How's she able to go out there in the day? Like, how you like able to be around light and all that? Or is this vampire just good to be around light? Who the hell started that whole dumbass theory that vampires can't go on light anyways? Like, what was the whole point of that? Was it just because like vampires were like creatures of the night? Like, was that like the whole point of the whole vampires can't go out during the day? I always thought that was stupid. I always thought it was. However, before that happened, it was I who guided Leanne to become the Argent Awakener. But Leanne knew her powers were too great, so she kept them hidden away. It was only during her battle with the Apocalypse that she unleashed her full might. In the end, however, she was fatally injured and passed away after the war. Then, half a year later, I witnessed her revival, along with your ancestor, our sage, second in command of the Eisenritter. Huh? Ah, well, that's why. Were you the one who revived them, grandmother? Yeah, that's what I'd like to know too. After Leanne passed, I thought it strange how her body did not rot. So I took her body back to the village, and half a year later, she simply woke up. I assumed that she had become an immortal, though I could not say when or how. Leanne realized what was happening to her, so she left Erebonia to walk the earth without even telling her love Drycles. She left Legram to Arcade, her right-hand man. I occasionally met with her whenever she came around, but the last time was 20 years ago. That's when she met Ouroboros' Grand Master, who brought her into the fold. I still want to know who the heck that Grand Master is. Thank you for sharing this. There are some things that can't be overlooked. Yeah, we've seen too many incredible things over the last few months. Well, the boss and Crow were both. As I said earlier, we have no idea what specifically happened. I think the key is the Divine Knight. The Jaeger King was not an Awakener when he was alive. On the other hand, Drycles was an Awakener, but he did not become immortal. He had remained dead. That's right. Instructor Reen, isn't immortal, is he? Right, he's still growing since graduating. Yeah, I may have some weird powers, but I've definitely aged. Is there a common reason? I believe there are only two people who know the truth. The current Chancellor Osborne and the Chief of the Gnomes, Black Alberic. That's the leader of the Black Workshop. Yes, though I do not believe he is an immortal like me, the leadership of the Gnomes is somehow passed down from one to the next in order for them to achieve their goal of bringing about the Great Twilight. Great Twilight? This is the first time I've heard of it, but isn't that the fairy tale? Isn't that the fairy tale of the end that Vita was talking about? Yes, 800 years ago, as we were going our separate ways, that is what the Chief of the Gnomes told the prince and me. It was as if he was foretelling a future where everything ends. Wait, that's much too soon. It's much too similar to the direction the Empire is heading. Let me add to this. The reason Barkhorn and I were in Erebonia was because we discovered an anomaly. Goodness, I can't even freaking speak. Spirit veins were being distorted all over the continent, and the source seemed to emanate from the Empire. It was like a ripple effect. The incidents in the Burrow and Crossbell, as well as the civil war in Erebonia, only served to further increase the distortions. They continued to get larger at the Crossbell, and Northumbria were folded into the Empire, and larger again when the cryptids and magic knights of Erebonia appeared in Crossbell. On the other hand, Pleroma grass, which is native to Crossbell, started blooming in the Empire. If the Great Twilight really is about to happen, then all this seems to be an omen of things to come. Who was this Alberic person? He used the masked man as his agent and hired the Jaeger King, who was supposed to be dead. Are there other gnomes out there? Well, your dear rabbit friends may technically count, but besides the masked man, their leader seems to have at least one other acting agent. I cannot say who this person may be, but it would seem they are a talented craftsman at any rate. Oh, and before I jump to conclusions, I am not speaking of that little brat Schmidt. It would seem the person I speak of possesses a different kind of genius than he does. George, Georg, George. That sounds putting some unpleasant ideas in my head. In any event, Alberic and Chancellor are probably connected, and it's unlikely to be through the intelligence division or his children. With the incidents of last night, things may have already been put into motion. Oh, but why do you say that? Last night, we finally decoded the Black Records that we found the other day. Oh, the Black Records are a collection of a particular type of artifact sometimes found in Erebonia. I was actually exchanging information about the Marine. Really? When did that happen? Right before all of you graduated, he revealed his true identity to me. He told me not to tell anyone. I hope that you don't hold it against me. Instructor, I mean Father Thomas. Sheesh, you probably took advantage of Reen's sense of responsibility, didn't you? Well, I can't deny it. In any event, this is what the updated Black Record said.
When the sacrifice is made and the ancient blood flows, the path to the Grawl of Erebos shall open. When the tainted holy beast is pierced by the blade of World's End, and its blood fills the Grawl, the great twilight shall fall upon the land.
Uh-oh. What? That timing's too perfect. It's as if the prophecies were written about our current situation. If the ancient blood is referring to the Emperor, then is the sacrifice referring to Ash? About the Grawl and the blade? The Grawl is probably related to the Septian Church and the tainted holy beast. Father Thomas, could that be? Yes, as we stated earlier, guys. There's a sacred place beneath this cathedral, the Primal Ground, a facility that was designed to play a major role after the Great Collapse. 900 years ago, when Heimdall was shrouded in darkness, they retreated beneath here and disappeared. Y'all just been keeping it there? Disappeared? Heard about such a facility in Liberl. Why did nobody destroy this place? Yes, there's one beneath the Grand Cell, whatever that word name was. However, when Heimdall was retaken, the space beneath the cathedral was buried by a rock. What if it didn't disappear and simply transferred somewhere else instead? So it still exists? The holy beast mentioned in the prophecy is likely the holy beast of Earth. As I said before, it disappeared after the disaster 900 years ago. It's only speculation, but I believe the dark dragon you faced the other day was merely a servant of the true holy beast. Wait a minute. Are you saying that the dark dragon wasn't the cause of everything? It was indeed a powerful cryptid. It was not something the witches and gnomes could not take care of together. If the holy beast gave birth to the dark dragon and is still alive somewhere, where else could it be but the Primal Ground? All the conditions set forth in the prophecy are lining up. Prophecy. This has got to be a joke. Regarding the blade of World's End that defeats the holy beast, in other scriptures, it is called the Originator Zero. I'm speculating that it's a special weapon created by the Black Workshop. What in the world? At the very least, it probably isn't anything like what the boss uses. You think it's made of Zemurian ore like the weapons used by Divine Knights? That would seem most likely.
Muse?
Is something the matter?
Oh?
You realize something?
Right now, we need any straw we can grasp at.
Anything at all could help, no matter how small.
Yes, you're right. That term. Originator Zero. Could that be OZ, perhaps?
That's what the Black Workshop called Millium and Altina.
They're model numbers.
OZ.
Oh, what are you talking about?
So you finally made it.
Vita.
That voice.
Vita!
Ah, so the prodigal granddaughter returns.
Misty, Vita.
I heard you had been acting on your own.
Nice to see you again, grandmother. Emma, Celine, and Class 7 too. And thank you for mediating, Mr. Lysander.
Oh, don't even mention it. It always breaks my heart to see a family torn apart so.
Vita!
This guy.
Why? You really don't plan on ever coming back, do you?
That's correct. As I said before, my allegiance will forever lie with the Grandmaster. I can't return to you and grandmother. I can never go back to the way I used to be. Just like the Steel Maiden.
Seriously, who even is this Grandmaster person?
I have no clue. But it is clear she is quite taken with them. So do tell, Vita. If you have not decided to return to us,
Why show yourself now? Has Ouroboros finally decided upon its course of action?
Yes. After our experiments with the 3 ions, the 6 other Anguis came to a unanimous decision. They decided to ignore my warning. They will work with the Chancellor and the Gnomes to bring about the Great Twilight, completing the Phantasmal Blaze plan.
Uh-oh.
That's...
So that's how it is. The reason Ouroboros was so quiet the past month wasn't because they left Erebonia.
It was to carry out their plan and determine whether they should work alongside enemies and traitors.
How can that be? If that were the case, it means...
They're all our enemies?
Mm-hmm.
Is this?
It's not the cathedral's bell.
Huh? I think I recognize it from Crossbell.
Dang, y'all stole Crossbell's bones?
You
Wait,
do?
Bell?
Yeah, I'm sure of it. I remember hearing it right before the incidents in Crossbell, when we were still independent. Oh, the one from the museum!
The bell from Stargazer's tower?
But the sound's coming from a different direction than the museum.
The Phantasmal Blaze plan. What a fitting name. I wonder how much of this she foresaw.
That is quite enough mumbling to yourself. If you know what is going on, show us!
It'll be a bit tough without Grianos. I'll need your help, Grandmother. Emma, Celine, you too.
Yes! Ugh, I'm not your slave.
The Grandmaster thing has always been pretty weird. It doesn't really... It's kind of confusing on whose side she's really on. Like I don't know if she... I don't know if some of like the members of if like all the Anguis aren't so tied to her like how Vita is, which makes me believe that it's actually Emma's mother that's the Grandmaster. I don't know though, but it's just so weird because like Vita's helping them now. Vita's never really, I mean, like besides like in the Trails of Cold Steel 1 and 2 games, she hasn't attacked anybody from Class 7 ever since then. Like, you would think with the way that the Anguis and the Enforcers have all been fighting the Class 7 that she would be a part of it as well. So it kind of makes me believe that she's not really with them. Like, that's what it just kind of makes me believe. Well, it makes me believe that the Anguis and the Enforcers aren't so tied to the Grandmaster the way that Vita is, which makes me kind of believe the Grandmaster has other plans. I don't know. It's always weird with her. It's always so weird with her. I guess I'll have to wait until Trails into the Riviera come out, which does come out I think next year. That's really cool. I'm gonna play that game as like a blind playthrough let's play too, by the way. So yeah. It's just always been weird with her though. It's so confusing. I never understood it at all. Her character is one of those characters that's just like you're just literally like you're just left to question everything. There's Altina and all the Enforcers. Black Brick. You got the Anguish, the Nomi boys, everybody. Literally all our enemies are freaking here, like bruh.
Now then, let us say we celebrate the continuation of the Phantasmal Blaze plan by bringing in the Great Twilight. I, Enforcer number 0, the Fool, shall play the opening note.
Yeah, I don't know maybe if I'm just like confused on the whole Grandmaster thing or what. It's just really confusing. It's really confusing because it seems like on the outside, the Grandmaster's not working with any of them. Because you never see her here. No, maybe that's just like this her. She don't want to be a part of all this. But you never see her here, nothing like that. I think this, oh no, that's the Grandmaster. Never mind, it's like only in Trails of Cold Steel 4 at the end. What did I say? Yeah, you never see her part of any of this stuff. You always just see everybody else. And I don't know if that's like because like they want to keep her in the shadows, if she can't really fight, so that's why she kind of like just leaves and doesn't fight, or what. I would assume she has to be like somewhat powerful because she's a Grandmaster. Like, she gotta have some kind of powers, because if all else fails, like what are you gonna do, you know? So I would assume she has like some kind of powers, especially if she's like a witch or something like that. She's gonna be really powerful. It's just always been like weird with her character, you know? Just one of those characters that's like, is she good? Is she bad? Is she you know, like, as you see in Trails of Cold Steel 4, if you play the game, if you see my live Let's Play, you know that the game is like, you know how the villains in the game work. You know how the good and bad guys in the game work, so it's like, you don't know if she really is bad or not. It's just, yeah. Again, I don't want to spoil anything Trails of Cold Steel 4 wise, unless you like already played the game. Like, I still don't want to spoil it, but like, you know what happens in that game. And that's why it kind of makes me believe that the Grandmaster wasn't okay with them doing this. She wasn't okay with her people working with like the enemies, basically.
Check that out.
Huh. Sure is something.
Well, how about that?
So, the beginning of the end, is it?
Huh. Deja vu.
The Grawl of Erebos, just as the Black Records foretold.
The crypt where the great power will be reborn.
Green. Uses.
Couldn't have guessed this is how my day would turn out when I woke up this morning.
Let us begin. It is time. Chief of the Gnomes and head of the workshop, show me the way, Black Alberic.
Alberic of the Black Demise.
As you wish, my lord.
That's why I was always saying fuck this dude earlier. Just fuck him, that's why. I don't know when I'm gonna get a point to freaking save the game. I have no clue. I have no clue. That's the only reason I don't know when to cut it, because I don't know when. It's gonna be one long ass episode, but yeah, it's whatever. The long episodes are fun. Yeah, I never know what a character. That also looked like a really big egg, by the way. I literally never know what a character. You never know. Her character is just like a really interesting character that it makes me just so excited that Trails into the Reverie is coming out next year, because I can't wait to get on it, man. I really can't. Like, I really just can't wait to get deep into that game and just see what the heck is. I hope it answers the question too. I hope I don't have to freaking play the Calvary games just to answer the dang question. Now, granted, the Calvary games will probably come out like 2024, because they came out in 2021 or 2022. I think no, it's 2021, because I see the games already, like the whole freaking everything on them. So I'm unless they maybe they came out late 2022. Not sure, but 2024 at the latest, 2025.
Was that Allie?
Yes. But why?
Boss.
Well, cause you're sleeping.
Leo.
Azure Siegfried.
As you see.
And that guy in the lab coat. Isn't that...
The blazing demon and the fool were there as well.
So that's the maiden.
Why? We just spoke this morning and...
Damn. The Black Alberic.
What's going on?
Lisa.
That man's name was Lumen or something like that, right? His hair looked different.
Franz Lumen, the first disciple of G. Schmidt and the deceased husband of the Reinford Group's chairman, also known as Franz Reinford.
Okay, if this thing goes too long, I'll break it up into like 2 episodes, but if it doesn't go too long, I won't break it up into 2 episodes. We'll see. If it goes like an hour and 30 minutes, I'm breaking it up into like 2 45-minute episodes, I think, something like that. Yeah, if it goes like that long, I'll break it up. But if it only goes, yeah, it's 45. But if it only goes like,
Not the time.
An hour and 15. I'll leave it
As
like
a bracer, I
this.
can't just sit here and let them
I know what
pull
a
off
half of
whatever
an hour
that
and 15. What's
Twilight
half of an
crap
hour
is
and
they're
15? For
planning.
like 60.
How about all of you?
60,
She's right.
75,
We
I
can't stop
think.
here.
Something like that. 75,
We
something like that. I don't know.
gathered together to
It's
do
sort of
whatever we could to
half of
help.
75 is about
Our
like
goal remains
40
unchanged.
something. We'll see.
True.
We'll see if I need to. Like if I do need to, I'll just break it in
Elisa,
half.
Let's go.
I don't mind doing that. Like it's not like the biggest issue.
Yeah.
It's just like this whole episode kind of like connects really
Well,
well
Vita.
together.
What will you do now?
Your earrings going through
Well,
your hair.
I'd like to charge in there alongside the rest of you, mostly out of spite. Unfortunately, I suspect things won't be quite that easy.
And see, that's what makes me
Was
wonder
he-
if they were really against the Grandmaster or not. I mean, if they really were with her or not. Because, like she said, out of spite.
Something's.
There's
Clearly.
a turbulent swirl in the mana.
Clearly, she didn't want to do it. I mean, clearly they didn't want to do it. Which makes me beg the question of if the freaking Grandmaster is good or not. Hey, yo, shit's happening out there.
Lysander, Sir Gaius, cryptids and magic knights have appeared all over the city.
Oh, great. Can y'all go get the fucking... Oh, nice. Thank you. I can stop right here. Thank you. All right, y'all. That'll be it for now. I definitely hope y'all did enjoy this episode. As always, if you did, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bells for more. I'm going to have like more talk about some other stuff next episode. Definitely hope y'all did enjoy this. The links, everything is in the description below. Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, Discord, YouTube, playlist, thingamajiggy. Oh, yeah. Got them all. But all right, y'all. That's going to be it now. That's going to be it for now. I'm out. Peace. Have a great day, everybody.